Hello everyone. So this is the book series stats guide. Basically, in this page you can see your series sell-through and read-through calculations, as well as a metric that we have that is called royalties per reader. You can see how much a reader that comes through your series is going to generate you in royalties, so that then you know how profitable your series overall is, how much money you can spend on this specific series to acquire a reader. So you have a few settings here. So the start date, end date, the time period, you have some predefined. I selected last 90 days here, for example. You can filter by country, platform, and book format. Now you also have a standard comparison, which is a default, or a relative. What that means is if you select the relative, it will basically, you can say, give me the first 30 days from release for each book. So each of your books is most probably released in different time periods, but here with the relative setting, you can set, let's say, give me the first 30 days of each book, so that you can then see how your series is progressing. This means that if a book is released in May and another book is released in June, you can say, give me the first 30 days. So the first one will be calculated from the whole of May, and the other one will be calculated the whole of June. By default, we have the standard comparison, which is the most, the norm in the industry, so you can use that. Of course, you can select your series. So I selected already one, and you can include or exclude the free ebooks. So if you don't want your data, if you have free promotions, you don't want your data to be skewed, you can exclude those free ebooks so that they're not skewing your data. So you have some metrics here. The royalty per reader, which is explained here in the tooltip. The sell-through revenue, which is calculated. The read-through revenue, as well as the profitable ACOS target that calculates how your series is performing and giving you a profitable ACOS that you can aim for when you do your ads. You get the royalties per reader by book. It tells you how much for the selected time period, what is your royalty per reader, and also it gives you a nice breakdown with tooltip explaining what each one is doing and how it's contributing, why, how many readers you had, how much money they brought in. You can exclude mid-series starters. What does that mean is, if you have 1,000 people reading book one, and then all of a sudden book two has 1,100 readers, it means that people skip book one and went to book two. To normalize your data, you can exclude those mid-series starters so that you don't have those jumps and skewing of data. By default is disabled, but you can enable it so that you exclude that. It explains here what does that do and how you can exclude or include it. You have this breakdown. I'll hide it for now. You have some insights telling you which is your weakest, best cumulative sell-through and read-through. All the calculations are explained in our guide, which you can find right here. So it explains exactly how each column and each cell is calculated. Going back to the table itself, here you can see your cumulative sell-through and read-through for each book and how it's been moving, how it's progressing, with tooltip explaining how readers move from book 2 to book 3, from book 3 to book 4, etc. And you can export the table. Again, you can toggle the visibility and see exactly what you need. So in this page, you have everything you need to know about your series performance and how much money you can actually spend to acquire a customer to break even. For example, in this series, I can spend up to $4.63 to get someone to enter my series so that this series is breaking even. Anything less than that will make this series, that acquiring of customer, profitable, because they will come through the series, will go through the books, generating me roughly $4.63 in total going through all my books. So that's pretty much the series stats, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.